And we are live. Hello, one and all, and welcome to my NXT TakeOver Dallas review. We are just 10 minutes removed from wow, just wow, what an incredible show from start to finish. NXT continues to prove why it is the future, why it is the best product that the WWE puts out. It is a testament, from start to finish. This show was just amazing to watch. It flew by. Instead of 2 hours and 15 minutes, it felt like only an hour. This could have been. They could have went on and on and on, but I'm just in awe. Every time I watch these NXT Takeover specials, they continue to get better and better and better. And tonight, I'd have to say, there was just so much good stuff on this show. Shows like these make me proud to be a fan of professional wrestling, to watch guys and girls go out there and sacrifice, and put the hard work, the effort, put their bodies on the line, get busted open like Samoa Joe did tonight. Even though they tried to stop the blood, it was incredible. I felt like the effort was here tonight. I felt like the crowd was hot. I felt like, you had all the right ingredients for what turned out to be a truly memorable show. And it just makes you wonder, what's WrestleMania going to have to do to outdo this? Because right now the bar is set, and it remains to be seen if WrestleMania can top this. I'll hold my doubts on that, but that remains to be seen. But wow, so much happened on this show. It truly felt special. Even my friend mentioned this. Don't you love the way that NXT just does the simple stuff, like with the lighting? With the championship main event match, you had the lighting focused strictly on the ring. It made it feel big. It made it feel important. I just love the way the set looks different for NXT. It just makes this takeover special feel unique and stand out. So this is just some minor points that I wanted to make, but before I actually get into this review. But yeah, incredible show, guys. Really incredible show. So with that, let's take a look at what took place on this card, because like I said, there really wasn't a bad match on this card, in my opinion. We kick things off. We have the American Alpha taking on the Revival for the NXT Tag Team Championships. This was a tremendous match. It was just the type of match that I thought these two teams would go out there and have. You have a team like Dash and Dawson that is really physical, really, models themselves after an old school ground and pound based style. And then you have the quick, Chad Gable, who started this match off, and the way that he was able to maneuver out of, whatever Dash and Dawson would have him in, he was able to get out of it. And you have Jason Jordan, the power of this team. And these two, they worked in tandem. They did, there was a lot of good stuff in this match. I believe there was one botch by Dash and Dawson, but that was quickly forgotten because it was just incredible. Like, for one instance, Jordan and Gable were both able to hit German suplexes on Dash and Dawson during this match, followed by 2 drop kicks. So just the way that, the American Alpha are able to work in tandem show why they are one of the premier tag teams, on NXT. And this match just built and built and built, and you were hoping. It went from towards the end. There was near fall after near fall after near fall, and you were hoping that Jordan and Gable would able to pull out the win. And then from out of nowhere, Jordan was able to spear Dawson in the corner, and then Jordan and Gable hit their finishing maneuver, and 1, 2, 3, their journey had culminated, and we had new NXT tag team champions. Like I said, this was a really high-paced, at times high-paced, at other times, when Dash and Dawson were in control, more of an old-school type psychology, work on the body part type moves. for the match. So there was a mix of both, with the speed of, as I said, Chad Gable and the power of Jason Jordan. So all elements really combined to what was a fantastic opening tag team match. And like I said, it was very awesome to see Jordan and Gable finally climb to the top of that mountain and claim NXT Tag Team Championship gold. It's the right move. It's what needed to happen. Dash and Dawson had a really good run as NXT Tag Team Champions, and now it's time for Jordan and Gable to, reign supreme over the tag team division. So tremendous, really great opening match to kick off this show. Then we had Baron Corbin versus Austin Aries. Out of all the matches on this show, it was probably the weakest. However, I'm not saying that this was a bad match. I'd say it was a solid match. It was, slow at times with Baron Corbin really just controlling the pace of Austin Aries and, using this to advantage to mock Aries and, thumb his nose at the crowd. Surprisingly, I was surprised with the way that Austin Aries was able to get the victory in this match. He was able to get a roll-up victory on Baron Corbin because Corbin picked up Aries. It looked like he was going to go for the end of days, but Aries was able to find a way to counter out of this and pick up the victory, the roll-up victory, like I said. For much of the match, Corbin was in control. Aries was able to get some spurts of offense going here and there. But like I said, this win, this roll-up really came out of nowhere, and it was a surprise to me. And, of course, it was a surprise to Baron Corbin, who had this look of intensity and, rage inside of his eye. Like, how in the hell did Austin Aries find a way, to get out of this predicament? Because I could have seen this match going either way. Glad to see Austin Aries, get his first victory on NXT. Felt it was the right move to make, to help establish Aries as really, he could definitely be a top player in NXT, no doubt. I've always been a fan of Austin Aries, and as I said on Twitter, it really was surreal, to see somebody like Austin Aries in an NXT WWE ring, and I only see bright things ahead for him, with his time in NXT and hopefully a transition to the main roster. So this was a solid match between Corbin and Aries. Slow at times, eventually picked up its pace toward the end, and Aries with the win. Then we had this match, and you know what match I'm probably going to talk about. Wow. That's all I can say about this match. Wow. This was the match of the night, without a doubt. Hell, I might say it right now. This might be match of the year. I'm talking about Sami Zayn versus Shinsuke Nakamura. What a way for Sami Zayn to go out. What a way for Shinsuke Nakamura to debut. This was beautiful from start to finish. Matches like these are the reason why I'm a fan of professional wrestling. These two went in there and they told a tremendous story. They used great psychology. They used, great countering movesets. Nakamura with his strong style. Sami showing that he was able to, remain one-on-one to mano-a-mano to essentially keep up with Nakamura and give him his own taste of strong style. I mean, there was just so much good stuff in this match that my words would not do it justice. Nakamura with his entrance was spectacular. He truly is incredible in every sense of the way. Surreal, like I said, seeing him in NXT. It was a long time coming, but the crowd was definitely in his corner. The crowd was split, between him and Sami. But this match it was an exhilarating roller coaster ride that just picked up move after move after move, and the hits got more physical and physical and physical. And they really built this match to a beautiful, beautiful, crescendo. Sami, able to get in, a Blue Thunder Bomb, and, he got in the Haluva kick. But, towards the end of the match, Nakamura was able to go up onto the second rope and hit the Boomays, if I'm pronouncing that right. His finisher for the win, hit Sami right in the face with it, was really sick. And your winner is Shinsuke Nakamura. Like I said, in this match, the moves were physical. It was very stiff. That's what you expect when Nakamura gets in there and, commits to his craft. I mean, he is truly one of the best wrestlers in the world. Sami, one of the best out there too. So you knew when you put two of these guys in there that they were going to give you a match of the year candidate. They were going to give you the best match of the night, and that's exactly what happened. Like I said, I'm definitely going to rewatch this match several times. It is that damn good. Cannot get enough of it. So props to both Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura. Afterwards, Sami got to say, this is his send-off from NXT. He's been on NXT since its inception, and what a way for Sami Zayn to go out against Shinsuke Nakamura. Definitely a fitting conclusion to Sami Zayn's NXT career. So thank you, Sami Zayn, for all that you've contributed to NXT, and here's hoping to bigger and better things ahead on the main roster. So match of the night right here goes to Sami Zayn and Shinsuke Nakamura. Then we had another excellent match. It was Bayley versus Asuka for the NXT Women's Championship. This was a great women's wrestling match at its finest. Bayley and Asuka went in there and had just the type of match, that I thought they would. Bayley being the ultimate underdog, and Asuka with her own strong style in a way. It was really a great clash of styles. There was some great stuff in there with Bayley dive through the ropes. She had a Hurricane Rana on Asuka, and it looked like throughout the match that Bayley was favoring her ankle. So I hope she is all right. But like I said, Asuka was really able to counter Bayley move for move. And with this one, you didn't really know who was going to win. You knew, however, once Asuka got her submission locked in, that it was going to be very tough for Bayley to counter out of that. Bayley herself, trying to, get a suplex in there. She tried to also, Asuka eventually would suplex Bayley and lock in her armbar. And Bayley would try and get out of this. She eventually would get back on her feet. Asuka would eventually pick up Bayley and eventually lock in her submission again with the armbar. And then this was surprising. Bayley passed out as Asuka submitted her. So definitely didn't see that finish coming. And with it, we have a new NXT Women's Champion in Asuka. Made Bayley pass out. It was a shocking moment. Bayley was clearly shocked by it. You could see the look on her face. She was just like, what just happened? And Asuka just gave her this look in this eye like, I'm now the face of the NXT women's division. So Bayley and Asuka went out there. They had a tremendous match. They had the match that I thought they would have. It was tough following Nakamura and Sami Zayn, but I thought they did an admirable job. And what does this mean for Bayley now? Does this mean we see Bayley debut on the main roster soon? Possibly on Monday Night Raw. I definitely think that's a possibility. But we will have to wait and see what takes place. But yeah, this was a really great match. And after the match, they showed Bobby Roode, former TNA World Heavyweight Champion, was in the crowd tonight. So it looks like we'll be seeing Bobby Roode be making his NXT debut, hopefully sometime very soon in the near future. So that was definitely a shocking moment to see indeed. And then finally, we had our main event match of the evening. It was NXT champion Finn Balor versus Samoa Joe. I have to say, Finn Balor, his entrance with the demon was pretty badass. He came out with a chainsaw of whole things, so that was really cool. Love when Finn Balor dresses up as the demon, really brings out that vicious side of him, that dark, eerie side of him in a way. And early on in this match, as Balor and Joe were going headbutt to headbutt, Joe got busted open right near the eye, the corner of his eye, underneath his eye, actually, by one of Balor's headbutts. And this led to a predicament because the ref, he had to stop the match several times due to Joe just bleeding mercifully underneath his eye, and the crowd definitely took exception to it. There were some PG sucks chants and some other chants out there, so they were like, let them fight. And I agree that it did hurt the flow of the match somewhat. They did go out there and put on a really fun, good main event match. I thought Balor and Joe, it was another tremendous effort from them. I've seen, their London match was great. saw them wrestle in Pittsburgh. That was great. And this was just another great match between Samoa Joe and Finn Balor. I never get tired of seeing these guys wrestle. But like I said, when the medical staff had to tend to Joe's eye, which was pretty busted open pretty well. Like I said, it did hurt the flow of the match a little bit, but it was still a really good championship match. After Joe got busted open, Joe picked up Balor and threw him into the crowd. I believe he hit a security guy. So this was a really physical match, from start to finish. Just great counter for counter, move for move. You didn't know which way this one was going to go either. What I was surprised to see was towards the end of the match, Balor hit the double foot stomp, and it looked like he was going to go for Bloody Sunday, but Joe reversed it and locked in the Coquina clutch. And somehow, someway, this was really cool. Balor was able to walk up on the ropes, flip Joe over, and cradle him for a 3 count. So still your NXT champion was Finn Balor. Joe had this perplexed look on his face. I really thought that Joe was going to walk out of Dallas with the NXT championship. That did not happen. Balor still retained. So it makes you wonder, will we see Samoa Joe get called up to the main roster since Balor is still the NXT champion? Or do you think that Finn Balor will still debut on Raw with the Bullet Club as has been rumored? There's a lot of unanswered questions going forward heading into the rest of WrestleMania weekend, but this was a really good main event match. Like I said, it was not a bad match on this show, and you could probably guess what rating I'm going to give this show. This was a great TakeOver special. I think it might be up there just as good, if not better than Brooklyn. It might be the best TakeOver special to date. It just might be. And with that, I'm going to give this show an A+. This was just a great watch from start to finish. NXT continues to prove why it is the future of WWE and why the future of this company, has me smiling, because I know that, only good things can be ahead for this company. Once Triple H takes over, once, things are truly going to be headed in a positive direction. And we could see this type of action on the main roster. But, those are my thoughts and opinions on NXT TakeOver Dallas. Guys, let me know down in the comments section below what you all thought of NXT TakeOver Dallas. What did you like? What didn't you like? What was your favorite matches? Let me know. Always enjoy getting that feedback. Thank you all for watching. Please click that like and subscribe button for more video content. And of course, be on the lookout. 11:30 p.m. Sunday, April 3rd for my live WrestleMania 32 review. So we should have a lot to talk about for that. So once again, thank you all for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Peace.